John Campbell, part of America's 250, lighting the way. John Campbell was born on January 14, 1808, into a farming family in Brown County, Ohio, near present-day Ripley. Although he was born in Ohio, his grandparents were from Virginia. They moved in 1790 to Bourbon County, Kentucky. And in 1798, his family moved again to Adams County. That part of Adams County would later become Brown County, and the home known as Staunton would become Ripley. It would be in Brown County that John would find his first job, working for his uncle, before he left his home for Lawrence County, Ohio. In 1832, John Campbell came to Lawrence County, Ohio. He was 24 years old, and he had less than $1,000 to his name. His first job was working as a clerk at Lawrence Furnace, pictured here. His employer was J. Riggs and Company. John Campbell felt that his employers did not appreciate his work. His frustration with his employers nearly caused him to leave Lawrence County permanently. A friend, Andrew Ellison, stopped him as he was literally leaving the county and convinced him to stay. Next, he became the proprietor of Mount Vernon Furnace. There he formed a partnership with Robert Hamilton and Andrew Ellison. He would remain a superintendent at Mount Vernon from 1835 to 1846. Mount Vernon would become a major station in the Underground Railroad in Lawrence County. On March 16, 1837, John married his wife Elizabeth Caldwell Clark at Pine Grove Furnace by Reverend Dan Young. Together the couple would have 8 children: Mary J., Martha, Emma, Clara, Albert, and Charles. 2 children would die in infancy, with their names unrecorded. In 1849, John Campbell and fellow ironmasters created the company, the Ohio Iron and Coal Company. This company would be responsible for founding and laying out the town and later city of Ironton. By June of 1849, the first lots of Ironton were sold. But Ironton had a special secret. It was laid out in a special way to assist runaway slaves to escape towards freedom. This was part of John Campbell's participation in the Underground Railroad and also in the abolitionist movement. By 1850, John Campbell and his family would move to the town of Ironton, to their home on 5th Street, which still stands today. 305 North 5th Street would become the Campbell family's new home. Built in 1850, the house is a style of Italianate architecture. Its walls are brick set in Flemish bonding. It boasts 22 rooms and covers a fourth of a city block. The windows on the top floor would play a major role in the Underground Railroad. Candles would be lit and placed in the windows to let runaways know it would be safe to cross the Ohio River. Campbell had a big barn located close to his home and to the Presbyterian church where he attended service. The barn was a station on the Underground Railroad. Many times he would house 14 to 15 slaves hidden within the barn. A covered wagon and 4 horses were kept ready to transport the runaway slaves. Campbell would send them from Ironton to Buckhorn Furnace. At Buckhorn Furnace, pictured here, the runaways would meet Charlie Nervous, Campbell's manager at Buckhorn. Charlie would transport the slaves from Buckhorn to Monroe Furnace in Jackson County. John Campbell supplied nearly all the horses and wagons used to transport slaves through Lawrence County. Gabe Johnson, a conductor on the Underground Railroad, would tell others that John Campbell was the most fearless of the abolitionists. When the 1860 census was taken, John Campbell's occupation was listed as ironmaster. He would work in 14 furnaces, 8 of which he contained an active interest in, and he also helped build 11 iron furnaces. In 1860, his home included he, his wife, and their 4 children, Emma, Albert, Clara, and Charles, all attending school. He also employed 3 servants. By the time the 1870 census was taken, the Civil War had come and gone, and John Campbell's role in the Underground Railroad was slowly being discovered by his friends and family. He was still an iron manufacturer, or ironmaster as he was known locally. His wife Elizabeth was keeping the home. His daughters Emma and Clara were helping their mother. His son Albert had joined the furnace business as a clerk. His son-in-law, Henry Safford Deal, his daughter Mary Jane, and 2 grandchildren also lived in the household. The Campbells also had 2 servants, a domestic servant or maid, and a hostler or stableman. John Campbell was in his 70s when the 1880 census was taken. His occupation was still listed as furnace man. His wife was still keeping house. His 2 daughters, Emma and Clara, were still living at home and well past the age where most young women had been married. A son, Charles, was also single and living at home. 2 servants completed the Campbell household in 1880. On August 30th, 1891, John Campbell's life came to an end. According to his death record, he died from uremic poisoning, a condition resulting from advanced kidney failure. He was laid to rest in Woodland Cemetery. The monument marking his final resting place listed him as founder of Ironton. Little over 2 years later, his wife Elizabeth died on the 19th of November, 1893, and she was laid to rest near her husband in Woodland Cemetery.